What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Have You Nerd. Today we're going to take a look at the Hot Toys Ahsoka Tano 1/6 scale from the Clone Wars. I am super pumped about this, dude. I've been waiting for this figure. Snips, Ahsoka Tano is one of my favorite characters from that Clone Wars era. The Clone Wars shows, Bad Batch, Rebels. I mean, Ahsoka's story is probably one of the better, if not best, told stories in Star Wars lore. That's a hot take, at least told through animated or live action series. I mean, Darth Revan, Darth Bane are fire stories, but they're not even canon anymore. So I'm talking about canon, and actually, like, they made a TV show or something about them. And yeah, her story arc is just way more cleaner and better told than the Skywalker, any one of them. I hate to say it, but they messed up Anakin's backstory, origin. So much of that story was messed up by handing it off to all these different people. Filoni had a vision here with Clone Wars, and he stuck to that vision, followed through, and I loved it, dude. Filoni understands Star Wars, and he understands what the fans want, and where to take the series and the characters, and still respect the OT and respect George's vision, because George was good at creating worlds and universes and characters, but he wasn't the best writer. He wasn't the greatest director. I mean, now that we know all the stories and his wife doing all the editing and making the film what it was, and so, yeah, whatever. All this stuff's going on. I'm just rambling, but I mean, look at the paint apps on the hands, the paint apps on the saber hilts. This thing is on point. It looks a lot like Rosario Dawson, and I get it because they wanted to fit in with all your Star Wars Hot Toys displays. Look at the paint apps on the communicator. Like, this tiny, tiny communicator, half the size of my fingertip, and the paint apps are on point. Like, not leaking over anywhere. The thermal detonator, again, the paint apps are great. But yeah, so they made it more realistic so it'll fit in with their other Star Wars Hot Toys collection. So it's a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad, because if you like me, you want that straight-up animated Hot Toy Ahsoka Tano look like Sideshow's doing, but you know, Sideshow doesn't have the greatest track record with bodies and all that, so I went with the Hot Toys. I might still go down that Sideshow animated line rabbit hole. I'm trying so hard to avoid it, like with all my might, to avoid that Sideshow line, because it does look so dope. They look exactly like they did in the animated series, and that's what I wanted. And don't get me wrong, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. I'm very happy that I could throw this Ahsoka Tano into my display with anybody. But again, you're going to have her battling Maul. You're going to have her with Anakin beside her or fighting her. So you're going to have all those Clone Wars guys on the same shelf, DTOF, whatever, however you display it anyway. So, I mean, yeah. Again, catch-22, whatever you want to call it, double-edged sword, predicament. It's a pickle, that's for sure. But either way, the head sculpt is on point. I mean, look at the tattoos, the legoon, the eyes, and this is like a DX version with the movable eyes. Look at the skin texture. Dude, the red in the eyes. You can see red veins going to her eyeballs, like up to her iris or whatever that thing, not the iris, but the thing next to it that begins with a C. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, her eyes are literally bloodshot. You could see red. You could see the legit red veins. Look at the lips, the way they pop. The nose is perfectly sculpted. I mean, it's just a beautiful figure. The nose is like a person of color, a black person. I mean, Rosario's mixed. I believe she's Latino and black, or maybe Latino and white. I'm not exactly sure. She's beautiful. She's mixed. Ahsoka kind of has that mixed look here with this figure, given that it's realistic and not from the animated series. But yeah, look at the wear and tear. All the paint apps, like they put nice wear and tear on all the armor. Just a little scuff here, a little scuff there. Not too much. It's not like a battle damage figure, but enough to make the paint apps pop and look realistic and just dope. Like all of her hands, the gloves and gauntlets, her skirt armor, obviously her shin armor, knee pads, all have the paint apps. You saw it while I was gushing and rambling about Clone Wars, Dave Filoni, Ahsoka Tano. I just love it, dude. I can gush and ramble about this stuff all day. And the series and the figures, I love them both. Like the boots. Look at this. Look at that skirt. I'm a bit worried about the material over time, obviously, with the pleather type material that the armor is attached to and the belt's attached to, or skirt or dress, I guess you would call it, because I'm sure it's one piece, not two pieces. I'm assuming it's a dress with the belt. But yeah, I would just do something to protect that if you're buying this figure. Like right out the box, put some 301 on it, grab some 301 wipes, not a lot, and just rub it down, and that'll protect it, last a lot longer like that. Whatever you want to do, there's a million videos out there on how to protect your Hot Toys and figures, action figures, repair them. So yeah, this channel is about the love of the IPs, the shows, the characters, sometimes even the actresses and actors themselves. I just love this stuff. I barely go over articulation, but here we go. You could see what she does as I talk. I mean, I don't need to go over everything. This elbow goes up 90 degrees. This shoulder goes up 90 degrees. They do. They all go up to 90. You can get the elbow up to 90. You can get the shoulder up to 90. So it's got decent articulation. It's not the greatest, but you know, it's got pretty good articulation. Seamless arms, which really looks good on this figure. You can see the crease and the elbow crease right there, so obviously that's something to watch out for if you're leaving her pose for a long time. That might stick. When I unposed mine after leaving it for a while, it kind of just reformed and shrunk right back to how it looked before. But again, that was like 10 minutes. See here, it shrinks right back. So, and I don't know about you, but when I bend my elbow, there's wrinkles, you know, so this stuff is realistic. People get upset, like, if you bend a Spider-Man arm, his costume wrinkles. Well, guess what? That's what happens in real life when there's not CGI going over every shot in your life and fixing it. So, to me, that makes it look more realistic when the clothes crease and bend, or you get a wrinkle in the elbow, because that's what's gonna happen. That's what clothes look like and costumes do. If you bend your knee, your costume is gonna bunch up and bend with it. So to me, that stuff doesn't bother me. It might bother me over time if it ruins the costume, but having a little wrinkle in a place where a wrinkle would normally be doesn't bother me. Yeah, so the legs go up to 90. You got double knee. The knee is super smooth on this figure. Yeah, so Ahsoka showing off the booty a little bit, rocking the yoga pants, like definitely in the 2020 era Ahsoka here with her style. Got the yoga pants on, so yeah, from the waist down, the articulation is crazy good, like bananas good. The knees are double jointed. They're so smooth the way they bend. They're not loose, but they're smooth. And then they're tight enough to hold the pose. So yeah, the knees on this, from the waist down, the articulation is banging. It's on point. So you don't have to worry about that. Here we have the DX style eye movement, which is dope that they threw this into this figure. I don't know why they didn't call it a DX. I mean, but whatever. You get the DX style eye movement. You can get in there with your finger like I just did, kind of. If you got really skinny, small fingers, you can get in there and move it a little. you probably won't get it to the exact position how you'd like it. So it's better off to just use the tool there that they give you that I just showed you. And here we got just some videos and pictures showing off some poses and some of the figures together, so you can see what they look like together, compare the height sizes, just compare the size differences in general, see what they look like in your display, kind of get an idea of how they're going to look in your display. Maybe a couple ideas of how you want to pose them. I mean, I'm not the best poser, especially not for videos. I don't go super all out for the videos. I wish I could, but I just don't have the time to really go all out and then edit them after and do green screen. I wish I had the time for all that. And I know with all these pictures at the end, I could have done most of that gushing and rambling that I've been doing the whole video here, but screw it. If you can't tell, I love the Clone Wars. I love this series. I love the whole saga of Snips. Yeah, so these figures are hitting me right in the feels. I'm gonna just gush completely about them. I'm probably not gonna tell you much about the details here. So if you want the details, if you want to know, look at the instruction book and see that this right leg goes exactly to 110 degrees, and that's it. Go watch somebody else, please, because I don't even really care about that crap. I mean, yes, I care about articulation, but to a point. If I can get them looking dope in my display, if a Jedi can do a Jedi move in my display, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm not a museum pose type of guy. I like action poses, but not every figure has to be Spider-Man with one leg bent backwards touching his head and the other one completely forward, I don't know, with the other knee touching his forehead. So, yeah, I know, again, you might not have got a ton of detail with this video, but I had fun. I hope you had fun. If you don't have this Ahsoka and you're thinking about getting her, or you have the Maul and the Anakin and you're thinking about getting her, just get her. I'm telling you now, you will not regret it. This figure will sell out. You will pay more on the aftermarket. So if you have the money, you have the funds, and it's available now, maybe wait for a sale, free shipping or something, but definitely get it. Don't slack on this figure if you want it. That's all I'm going to say. Peace out, y'all. Till next time. Love you. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Take it easy. Don't get COVID. Stay blessed. One love. Be easy. All the good sign-offs. I don't have a set sign-off yet. I'm working on it. Let me know in the comments if you like any of those. Be easy. You know, love, peace, chicken grease. Those are some old school ones right there. But, you know, like, keep collecting or do what makes you happy. Something like that. Yeah, that sounds better for me. Like, that's more my style. I want to make people feel better. I love collecting. I want you to watch these and enjoy your passion and love of collecting. Now that I said that out loud, I'm leaning towards something like that. Something positive, something happy. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas. Also, I almost forgot, I'm trying to do a 200 subscriber giveaway, so I'm working on that. So, like and subscribe. And lastly, if you like the Anakin and the Darth Maul and you think they're dope like I do, and you want to see more of them without the filters on them or any effects on the pictures, which I did the effect over the Anakin picture on purpose, so not to spoil it or whatever. So if you want to see those, stay tuned. I'll be dropping the Anakin and Darth Maul video soon. Thanks again. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help with the channel. You know, I work hard on it. I got a lot of things going on in my life, but this is my passion, my hobby. I make sure I make time for it. I mean, I do the best I can with the time I'm given. So, yeah, it means a lot to me. If you just hit that thumbs up, it takes 2 seconds out of your time. It helps my channel immensely. Like, hitting that like and subscribe greatly helps my channel. So, I appreciate y'all. If y'all appreciate me and my time or like this video at all, just please take this second to do it. Thanks. Until next time, stay blessed, y'all.